Dwelling in the middle part, like when you're talking about your story, dwelling there too long is going to repel your premium buyers. Hey guys, it's Dr. Sonia here with Jump First. Say it with me. Done is better than perfect. Master one thing at a time. Practice makes better. And this has to work. Let's get it. What's going on, awesome party peeps? It's Dr. Sonia here with Jump First. Let's get into it. We're gonna get straight into it today. If you don't know what we do here, we talk all things premium courses, luxury coaching, and mentorship brands, how you can package your knowledge, your wisdom, your expertise into the format of these luxury courses, premium courses, luxury mentorship, and coaching brands. If that interests you, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, like button, bell notification so you know when more episodes like this drop and we can hang out live. Okay, let's get into today's topic. Stop telling sad stories. Okay. Stop telling sad stories. You are literally repelling the people that you want to come into your programs and courses, telling sad stories, dwelling on the past. Okay, and I can tell you this from my own experience. And it's not necessarily dwelling on the past, it's dwelling on the sad parts of the story. Like, everybody has uneasy parts to their journey. Everybody has parts of their story that weren't your proudest moments, okay? Maybe you made some mistakes, wrong choices, all of those things. But I'm telling you right now, if you continue to dwell on the saddest parts of your story, you are going to repel people who will pay you premium prices to come into your courses and programs. When I first started, this happened to me, okay? I was repelling premium buyers. I was attracting people who wanted to sit in the sadness, wanted to sit in the helplessness, wanted to sit in, the woe is me-ness, like lacking confidence, people who I had to extra coach, okay? Not just coach them in the space of creating the course, but coach them up to feel confident. And this is not to say, I want to put a caveat here, because this is not to say, as high performers, high achievers, like, we all have moments where we have self-doubt, right? Where we are like, I don't know, is this going to turn out? But your premium buyers are empowered buyers. They are confident in the solution. So the more you, pro tip for your courses, the more you dwell in the sad parts of your story, the more you dwell on the, oh my God, I couldn't figure it out. I didn't know if I was ready. Like, that lack of confidence. The more you dwell there, the more your premium buyers, you're going to push them away. So what you actually want to do, instead of dwelling in the sad parts, is start to speak from the parts of the story where you overcame, where you found the solution. Your premium buyers, high achievers, high performers, that's where we thrive. That's the way that we think. It's different than a lot of mainstream society. You watch different movies and shows, and let me tell you about these movies and shows. It's same thing, okay, for a lot of influencers and gurus who are online these days. What's going on, Liam? Hello, I appreciate it, Blake, for the new sub. Welcome to the Jump First Academy family. Stella, hey, it's good to see you as well. If you haven't already subbed, then please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, because it's going to help us spread this message globally. Inspiration, positivity, premium courses, coaching programs, luxury mentorship programs, all that good stuff. And stick around for a while, okay? That way you know when I'm live. And I love interacting with you all, answering questions, all those good things. Welcome to the Jump First Academy family, Liam. I'm excited that you subbed as well. Dee Dee, hello. It's good to see you on. So when you start to movie shows, if you've ever watched them and you watch how they go, right? You will walk into a theater or hop on Netflix. It doesn't matter what you're watching. This is how it usually goes. It's always the same story. They introduce you to the main character, right? Like, hey, this is the person or the thing, the subject of this show or this movie. This is who we're going to be following. You walk in with a certain attitude, right? Like, maybe you had a great day and you're feeling some joy and you're like, all right, let's get it. Or maybe you had a bad day and you're like, I don't know. But it all determines what it is that you watch. But every story is the same, okay? So this is how it goes. Introduction to the main character or the main thing. And then what happens is this character goes, they take you along the journey, okay? So basically you end up, even if you went in happy and joyous, now you're happy, joyous here, and then now you're like down here somewhere, okay, as far as your emotion, as far as your feeling, because you're with this character on their journey. And again, we all have points in our journey, in our story, where we went through some stuff, some hard stuff that we had to figure out and go through. in order to get to the other side. And maybe you're going through some challenges now, but you know, based on the other things that you've been able to overcome, that you will overcome this too, right? So the same story all the time. It's the storyline all the time. You follow them along their journey. They have a villain, like something that is after them, okay? Something that is going to get them, whether it be a person or a thing, like there's this hard thing that they're facing and they have to overcome. And then by the end of the movie, okay, you're back up basically to where you started. So if you walked in the theater joyous, you go through the journey and the struggle with the main character, and then you walk back out joyous. Like, it's essentially where you started from. Okay, so what I'm telling you is that dwelling in the middle part, like when you're talking about your story, dwelling there too long is going to repel your premium buyers. Again, they are solution oriented. So sometimes, and I know this has been true for me, and I didn't understand it at first. I'm like, every time someone would tell me a story, and let me know if this is you too. Every time someone would tell me a story, I'm like, what's the end? Like, what ended up happening? Tell me the end first, and then go back and fill in the blanks, okay? Go back and tell me how we got here. But I need to know the end first. And I've always been like that. Even when I was younger, reading books, I would read them from the front to the end, right? But I always still could kind of play them as movies in my head and still understand kind of what the plot was going to be. And so if that's you too, you are a high achiever, you are a high performer, okay? We think in terms of solutions. And so you need to think that way when you are putting your stories out, because I know a lot of gurus and influencers these days, they're just going to tell you, tell stories. Yes, that's true. But you need to tell them in a specific way if you are looking to attract premium buyers. Now, if you're looking to attract someone who is in the middle, right, of a struggle, and they are not necessarily solution oriented, you're looking to attract someone who may be, just getting started, or just trying to figure out if it's the right thing for them, then there's a different story that you tell, of course. But if you want premium buyers, think solution first, okay? What's the end of the story? Tell me the triumphant part. Tell me the good part. Tell me, get me involved, okay? That's gonna spark my interest. That's going to help me resonate. And so again, we're not dwelling in the struggle. We're not dwelling there. We're gonna touch on it. We're gonna say, hey, this is where we came from, but this is where we are, because you are where your dream clients and students want to be. So you have to remember that. And that's why I always say, start with the end in mind with everything when it comes to creating your courses, launching your courses. Start thinking about what is the end. High performers, high achievers, that's what we do. That's where we dwell, okay? End in mind, success. What's the thing that I'm gonna get? What's the result that is going to happen? So when we're faced with challenges, when we're faced with problems, think about how you think about them. You think about, how am I gonna get out of this? What is the solution to this? And you already know what to do, right? You're just gonna go do it. And if you don't know what to do, you know how to find out what you need to do, all right, in order to get out of it. So think how your premium buyers are thinking. I hope this makes sense. Dewa, hello. I'm in the US. Hello, I'm in the Northeast in the US. Good to see you on. Let me know where you're from as well. I hope this makes sense, y'all. If you're interested, shameless plug, okay, while you're typing in the chat, let me know if you have questions. Also, let me know what time it is where you're watching from, or what city or location you're watching from. I'm always interested in the global reach of these episodes. Shameless plug though, if you're interested in packaging your courses, okay, what it is that you know, your wisdom, your life experiences into the format of courses, luxury, mentorship, and coaching brands, and you have no idea how, jumpfirstacademy.org is where you want to go to get started. There's a free training over there. It takes 30 minutes or less for you to finish. There are also free resources and paid resources over there. You determine your pathway to success. I like to just lay it out, okay? So you have the method inside of the training. You have the free resources or paid resources, which are going to help you implement as you go through the training. I am not a person that's continue consuming information. I don't feel like we learn that way. We learn by implementing. We learn by doing. It's exactly what I just said, right? High performers, high achievers. We want the solution. We want the result. What is happening right now? So that training is going to give you a result because there are resources to help you implement while you're taking the training. All right. Indonesia in the building. Hello. Awesome. I love to see the global reach here. Again, y'all, jumpfirstacademy.org to get started. I dropped a link in the description as well as some additional links and resources for you depending on where you are in the journey. If you're looking for a strategy session, you're like, I'm not quite sure which resource is the best for me, and you like my expert opinion, okay, expert advice, then you can schedule a strategy session. You have to apply at jumpfirstacademy.org/apply. All right, again, jumpfirstacademy.org/apply. I don't think I dropped that link in the description, so that's a secret link. All right, but if you want to get in, you can start at jumpfirstacademy.org. That link is in the description, and that'll take you through the process so that you have an opportunity to apply as well. I appreciate that. I don't know. I'm down. I travel all the time. Love, to be able to work from wherever it is that I want to work from. So Indonesia has never been at the top of my list, but like I'm not opposed to that, right? Like, so we'll see where I end up. But yeah, I'm traveling all the time. So we'll see what happens. But I appreciate the global reach here. I appreciate all of y'all. I love y'all so much. Sending you much inspiration and love and all that good stuff. I hope this inspires you forward. If you're just tuning in, watch from the beginning. Okay, because it's really, really good about how you start to attract your premium level buyers and clients. Yes, it's story selling, all right, but in a very specific way. I love y'all so much. I will catch y'all back here tomorrow. Have an amazing day. Bye, y'all.